Waterwave TV, DJ Cam and he's sitting here. Waterwave TV, man, y'all see what the fuck going on? We trying to up in this bitch. Shout out Waterwave TV. Waterwave TV. Waterwave up in this bitch. Man, shout out to Waterwave. We do this shit all the time, bro.
Waterwave in this bitch.
Yes,
AC
sir.
in this bitch. You know the fucking vibes, man. Waterwave, you know what it is.
Hey, big Waterwave. Big Waterwave. Waterwave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another Waterwave interview. Today we got official Young Moody and Pako in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know
What's
we coming.
What's up?
Hell yeah, we gonna get a good conversation in.
Yeah,
How you guys been? What? So you're out here for a while for the weekend?
I'm out here till tomorrow, either tomorrow or Tuesday. I just had a show Friday with G Herbo.
Yeah, in Iowa, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
It was lit. Like
Yeah.
I fuck with Iowa.
Yeah.
That the crowd was turned. You know, the way I host shows. You know, I interact with the crowd and hop in the crowd, all that. You know, backflips and everything. But yeah, I fuck with Iowa, West Des Moines.
Oh yeah, and we got Pack on the building. What you been up to?
Cracking. I'm just a dad, man. You know what I'm saying? Just on dad mode and in the streets, man. I'm about
Daddy
to go out to
Pako.
Cali in a little bit and do what I do. You know what it is, man.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Young Moody definitely grown a lot since the last time we chatted. Since the last time
definitely,
you was,
yeah.
At least since I've talked to you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've grown and worked with a lot of, you know, I've been branding, you know, networking with all these celebrities and rappers, you know, like for example, you know, some people that I've worked with, Polo G, Trippie Redd, Young and Ace. There's a handful, you know, even some celebrities, Ricky Thompson, you know, King Batch, you know, there's just a lot of people that I work with, you know, but for the business side, you know, what I do is I'm a public figure in A&R, so I push music on the billboard, you know, as an influencer, you know, I'm turning up crowds, dancing, backflips, you know, all that shit, just pretty much just a hype man, certified hype man for a lot of people, you know, shout out my dog Ski Mask, you feel me, he gonna go crazy at Rolling Loud, but love you, bro. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, you know, feel me, I just hype the crowd up, you know, do lit shit.
Yeah, so when I first met you, you was like what he was saying before, like making like funny videos and like trying to like hype up the crowd, hype man, backflips, all that type of stuff. But you've definitely grown into like having like an actual niche and what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I used to try to make viral videos. You know, I was in my underwear, you know, dancing and shit like that. You know. Posting videos on the gram, you know, in my underwear, try to go viral and shit, you know, do anything to try to get my name and brand out. But, you know, I changed and reversed it, you know, not even reversed it, just switched up my content and did it a different way, you know, and now it's working, you know, it's getting me my connection networking skills. It's building it.
Yeah. So what was like the turning point in your career, you think? Was it moving to LA and like connecting with like the people that you're currently with right now? Was it while you were still out here? Like what was kind of like your...
My turning point, like I was working, I was working a 9-to-5 job at this restaurant, and I was working with my bro. My bro had a group. It's called Modern Day Hippies, and you know, I was a supporter and fan of their shit. I was dancing to their shit and all that shit. You know, they had songs that I was fucking with. And I was getting lit to, sending them my dance videos, and I was working my 9-to-5 jobs, and my bro Tay Supreme, he was just like, when I was at my job, he was like, yo, we got this show, and I was living with my brother in St. Paul. He was like, yo, I see you be in St. Paul. Come to this show tonight after your job, or leave early if you can. And I ended up talking to my boss, and I left early, you know, and I turned up the crowd while he was performing and stuff. And ever since then, his pops was like, yo, you need to keep this dude around. He's lit. And ever since then, I just been turning up with the Modern Day Hippies, and you know, and now doing my own stuff to expand in my networking skills and all that.
Yeah, so yeah, that was definitely when I first heard of you. Was doing the shows with MDH, and then you started doing your own events at like the Red Sea and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I moved on to from dancing. I do more of just the back end, you know, just putting events together and letting people turn up and do it themselves, because I'm at the point right now to where I just put shows together and have people, either I host it myself or I just book somebody to host it for me, and I just collect my back end. But usually as of right now, I'm dancing, Still turning up the crowd. Yeah, I don't dance as much, but you know, I'm still talking my shit, hype man. You know, I'm keeping that XX Tentacion energy. Like I said, shout out my dog Ski Mask, but yeah, I'm keeping that energy alive, and you know, he inspires me, X, for sure.
So what's like your day to day right now? Like when you're in LA, obviously not when you're out here, because you're out here kind of probably like taking some time off of like what you're actually doing. But
well,
I
I currently
went to Iowa yesterday, so
yeah,
not really time off. But
well, I currently live right now. I just got a new penthouse in Arizona, so I'm currently working in Arizona. But whenever I go to LA, you know, I still got strong love. I got a strong base in Los Angeles, definitely for my mansion parties and with all the TikTok influencers. A day-to-day life in LA. I'm always doing meetings, bro. I'm always working, you know. I'm always collabing, you know. I still do my stuntman stuff where I flip over the cars, you know, doing collabs with these big TikTokers. But yeah, I'm always working and doing collabs, either DJing, you know, I do a little bit DJing here and there, but I'm mostly just hyping up the crowd at parties, getting booked, you know, with these influencers and stuff.
Trying to be an overall like entertainer, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. How did you think when you started like doing the videos and the backflips and like all that stuff, it was gonna lead to kind of where you're at today? Like, was that your goal, or was your goal always to just be the hype man for somebody, and now you're kind of like doing more?
Well, my ultimate goal, like literally my ultimate goal, like I said, I didn't get into the industry. I didn't do my first show until Modern Day Hippies reached out to me and was like, yo, come turn up with us. So ever since that day, like before, I was always dancing in high school and shit like that. You know, I was always the kid pulling up. My pops, my pops had like limos and shit. You know, he's pulling up to school and bringing us in limos and shit at school. But I never was in the industry at the time in high school until I dropped out. You know, I dropped out of high school. And then I moved to Minnesota, and then I started working my 9-to-5 job and shit. Then I was fucking with the Modern Day Hippies, and then once they hit me to do my first show in the entertainment, you know, in the industry shit, I was fucking with it since then, since doing the concerts and everything, because the crowd was lit and they was fucking with me. So I was like, from that day when I did my first show at the Caboose, it was actually at the Caboose in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was at the Caboose was my first show. I was just like, damn, like, this is what I want to do. I want to entertain people.
And did you have like, I know everyone like when they're first trying to get their name out there, like you had to like probably jump through hurdles to get to where you got to be to meet that person. Like, I mean, like not like while you're like with like you know what I'm saying. So like if you're going to a show with MDH, like you're with them, right? But like let's say like I do it myself, like as a cameraman, like I'm like, if I don't got passes for nothing, I'm gonna find my way backstage. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, you know, definitely those days like before you're up, like you gotta like find your way backstage, and then you just get to meet that person, right? You're like, hey, I do this and that, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, hell yeah. I've always been able to either sneak my way into shows and festivals, or I've always had a mouthpiece to talk my way into somebody let me in. I'm not gonna lie, the only concert I've only bought concerts to one ticket. Bought concerts to one ticket. And that was to Ugly God. Literally, it was to Ugly God. At Varsity Theater in Deacontown, where he didn't even show up.
Yeah. So that was how you knew he'd never.
That was the first show ever. Cause I fucked with Ugly God, so that was the first show ever that ever like bought live tickets to from Eventbrite. But other than that, it's just been connects, or just I had a mouthpiece to try to sneak in, or either just talk to who was running the show, and you know, just shit like that. But the only person that I bought tickets to ever see was Ugly God, and that show ended up getting canceled.
I feel like that was probably like a message, like, hey, don't be buying no more tickets. You just gonna get in them.
I mean, I fuck with that dude. So I knew it was going to be a lit show, but damn, he canceled or whatever happened. Yeah. But it's all good, you know, because I would probably meet with the dude in the future and do, you know, business and network with him.
Yeah. Who was like the first artist that was really fucking with you, like your energy, and like was like, yo, like we gotta do this again? Or like, you know, gave him your number, your Instagram, you know, like to where they really tapped in with you.
Trippie Red's team. Yeah, Trippie Red. I did a tour show actually before Trippie Red. The first big artist that I did like in the industry was YNW Melly, and I was with Tay Supreme and Modern Day Hippies. Yeah, and Pako. that was literally the big first industry artist that I did a show for. Was YNW Melly. The crowd, you know, I think it was like 2 weeks before he had literally went to jail. It was like literally 2 weeks before, a week or two before he got sentenced to go to jail. And the crowd, you know, it wasn't that many people, but it was still a little crowd. You know, it don't matter if it's 10, 100 people. I'm still going to turn up for him and do what I got to do my job. But yeah, the first big artist was YNW Melly. But then the first artist like that big that like was I really locked in with was probably like Trippie Redd's team. Like when Trippie Redd came out here, actually, no, I take that back. It was 21 Savage's tour, because I locked in with his DJ and everything. I was on a tour bus and everything. Like, bro, they was treating me like they was like, yeah, little bro. Like, it was crazy how it happened though, because one of 21 Savage's homeboys, man, it's my dog, but I really forgot. I'm tipsy right now. But I forgot his name.
But the DJ.
No, it wasn't Mark, but it was one of his
Mark,
it was best friends.
Okay.
He had just like, it was one of his dogs, bro. But he had hit me on Instagram because I was promoting their show. I was just promoting it because I was supporting them and stuff. So I was promoting it. He had hit me in a DM. He was like, "Yo, where you in Minneapolis, Minnesota? You got like females and stuff." I was like, "Yeah, you feel me? I probably can get some females to get on tour bus, you know, chill, drink, you know, with y'all." He was like, "All right, boom, 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 pull up here." So I pulled up, you know, I Ubered there. I Ubered there. And they was at this hotel. I'm not going to say where, but they was at this hotel. I pulled up on them. You know, all the tour buses was there. Everybody was there. I get on the tour bus. He was like, "Yo, what's good, my dog? You gonna rock with us and shit while we out here. You feel me?" I was peeping your content and shit, you know, like you lit. So I was like, yeah. So then, you know, from there, the next day they had the show. Then, you know, I got tapped in with him like since then. You feel me? I got through, you know, backstage. It was at the Myth. Shout out to the Myth venue. I love y'all. You feel me? But yeah, it was at the Myth venue, and you know, from that day on, when I tapped in with 21 Savage Home Dog, it was busting from there.
Oh yeah. And then kind of like I feel like you did start doing a lot of shows in Minnesota, but then there's a lot more market out there besides Minneapolis and Minnesota. What kind of made you get out of the state? Was it just like to go to like LA and Arizona? Was there an opportunity there for you, or was it just like, I'm gonna go out there and do it and find the opportunity?
I would say yeah. Oh hell yeah. There's a lot of opportunities in Los Angeles for sure. You feel me? You know, that's where all the big people stay, and that's where all, like, you know, you see on the internet, the news, like Los Angeles, like Hollywood. You know, you want to move out there because they hype it up so much. But it was at the point to where yeah, I was ready. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. At first, when I moved to LA, it was a big step because I sold everything. Where I was living at, I sold everything that I had to move to LA. Yeah. You know? But then I thought it was going to be sweet out there. It's not sweet in LA, bro. It's very expensive living in Los Angeles, bro. I literally I went out there with three bands. I literally went out to Los Angeles, 3 bands. Actually I bought an Airbnb for a whole month, $1,500, just to get my connections, get all that, tap in with people. So I had $1,500 left in my pocket, literally. I wasn't smart with it, you know. I spent it, all this, you know, and then had to move back to Minnesota, bro. And then I was just like, man, fuck this. I can't, like, this is what I want to do, bro. I want to do this entertainment, and I want to tap in with these people. If I'm gonna move permanently to LA, I gotta be smart with my money, you know. So I ended up getting, you know, a few more bucks, racking up some more bread, you know, from doing some stuff and doing the little events here and there, collecting door money and all that. I moved back. So I moved back to LA. Boom. I'm smarter, tapping in with the TikTokers, influencers, all that stuff. And then from here on out, I ended up living in a big TikTok house. It was called the Drip Crib. I lived in the Drip Crib for like, shit, it was like 3-4 weeks. It was some big TikTokers. Shout out my dog Swag Boy Q. Yeah, it was some big TikTokers that lived there. I was living in a little TikTok influencer house. So, and then from there on out, you know, I would just start tapping in with people. You know,
your name became more credible because
it became more credible because when when I moved to LA, I was just like, okay, damn, people, people are big out here. You feel me? I'm not nobody out here right now because I just moved out here, so nobody know who the fuck I am. So I gotta make a name for myself. So I was just tapping in with the TikTok, and I was like, look, I'm gonna throw some house parties, I'm gonna throw some venue parties here and there. Y'all just pull up, turn up with me. They was fucking with me. So it was like, yeah, we gonna turn up. We got you. We gonna promote your flyer and everything. And then they was doing that, and I built my base from there.
Nice, yeah. That's a good ass story. What kind of transitioned you to start getting like consistently booked as being host for like big artists? Like, was there like someone that was like seeing you doing your thing and was like, yo, like, come like how you say like a manager type of thing where it's like, hey, like I got all these connections and I want you to be our guy. You know what I mean?
It was mostly the promoters.
Okay.
It was mostly the promoters. Sometimes it was the manager, but most of the time when I get booked for a show, it's the promoter and they see my Instagram. So, cause all my Instagram, if you look at my Instagram is just me turning up concerts with a lot of celebrities, rappers, influencers. When somebody looks at my page, they're like, damn, this dude, he's a hype ass dude. You feel me? And he does concerts, puts together concerts, all that shit. But usually it's the promoter that DM me, boom, boom, boom. Look, what's your booking price? Or hyping up my crowd for this show. I give him my price, my booking price, and we just go from there.
That's fire, because you've definitely been doing a lot like the G Herbo show and plenty others.
Yeah. The next show that I got upcoming is with the Migos, Trey Songz, Coi Leray, and Dream Doll. It's in Phoenix, Arizona, August 8th.
That's pretty
so I'll be hyping up that crowd. So yeah, this gonna be my first show with the Migos.
Do you enjoy like doing stuff like at venues or like clubs more? I don't know. I know you do mainly venues. That's what I've seen most of your stuff.
Yeah.
But I know you do some stuff in the clubs too.
Like I love clubs, but like I like concerts more because it's more of a set and more of a time where I can turn. Like a club, you can hype up a club, but if it's a concert, it's different because now you got openers open up for the main artist, and I can talk my shit, hype it up, dance, flip, all that shit like during intermission and before the artist come on, But yeah, I like concerts more than doing clubs.
How did you get? I guess the TikTokers helped you obviously, but like now you're at the point where you're like at like all these big parties, meeting all these people on a like weekend basis. Like you're going out there. Like I mean, for example, like on your story, like with Tana and shit. Like that shit was just funny as hell. But now it's like
shout out Tana.
Now that's your new friend, or like all the other famous people that you see. Like what do you capitalize on when you go to those events? You know what I mean? Rather than just getting drunk and having fun, like you're definitely networking and shit.
When I go to shout out Tana, I fuck with you, love you, thank you, for tapping in with me. But no, the funny part is how I met Tana was I was at I'm gonna tell him the story. Look, the funny part how I met Tana was it was at Party Next Door's house. So I was at Party Next Door's house, and he had a party that night. His birthday, I think it was his birthday party. The security guard, they wasn't letting her in. So I went down there. I was down there. They already knew who I was because I already been to the party and told them who I was and my name and stuff. They wouldn't let her in. So I was just like, I saw they didn't let her in. So I was just like, yo, security, let her and her friends in. I know who that is, and so. They was just like, all right, well, since he's giving us clarification and all that, we gonna let y'all in. And literally from that day on, she was like, yo, thank you for letting me in the party and all that. I tapped in with her since then. And then, I re-tapped in with her at the Wish House, the app Wish. They took over Dan Brazilian's mansion, over in, I think, Encino or somewhere over in that area in California. But, yeah, ever since then, she's been showing love and fucking with me.
That's fire.
But, yeah, I just been connecting, and when I go to but back to your question, when I go to these parties, I use these opportunities when I get into these big mansions and stuff like that, not to just turn up and get drunk and all that shit. I use it because I know damn well there's gonna be some big people there or some people that's millionaires that I can do business with and tap in with the stuff that I do. So I use the opportunity to tap in.
Yeah, someone that could show you the light of day and that could grow your fan base like crazy without them even really realizing it. You were at or you met like Israel Adesanya and like Jake Paul and shit like that.
Yeah.
That was what night was that after? Was that after Adesanya's fight or like the Jake Paul's fight or whatever?
I met Jake Paul and Israel the Stylebender at Jake Paul's house after he beat Nate Robinson. It was that night. It was that night. I took that picture with Jake Paul and Israel. That night he beat Nate Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at his mansion. Now that he the mansion before, he don't live there anymore. But it was that mansion. I think that was his last big party. Right after the fight, he beat Nate Robinson. I met both of them. I met Jake Paul, but I didn't know who Israel was. Literally, Israel was right there, like walking with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But I asked Jake Paul, I was like, Jake Paul, let me, I was like, what's up, bro? Can I get a pic with you real quick? Because I fuck with your content and all that shit. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's flick up. Boom. But Israel ended up getting in the photo with us.
Yeah.
And then I posted the picture on Instagram or on my Instagram and my Snapchat. It was like, yo, you with the Stylebender? You with the Stylebender? I'm like, yo, who the fuck is the Stylebender? Like, you telling me who the Stylebender? I'm with Jake Paul. Like, you feel me? I'm with this dude. He's like, yo, but you also with the Stylebender. I looked up, I'm like, all right, let me look up who the fuck the Stylebender. Boom. Champion.
Yeah.
UFC champion. I'm like, oh shit. Like I didn't know.
You're not like a big UFC guy, or at least weren't until that point. Right?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Like to this day I still don't watch UFC, but I watch him.
Yeah.
I watch him
He's
though.
definitely one of the most entertaining fighters and one of the best fighters.
I watch him
he is
though.
The best fighter for his weight class.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Whole champion, you feel me? I watch him though. His energy in the club, you feel me? Is unbelievable. The dude, didn't even know me like that. He said hands down. He said, yeah, you come to my section, we dance. We got clips on my Instagram of us dancing together, turning up together. It was a vibe.
Hell yeah. What do you gain like inspiration from to keep doing what you're doing?
As when I first was growing up and shit, dancing and stuff, and I still look up to him. I look up to Chris Brown, bro. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I still look up to Chris Brown as for my dancing and all that stuff like that because, all the negative energy he had to go through and stuff to get to where he's at. You feel me? I had to go through people hating on me. You feel me? People talking about I was clout chasing, all this shit. You feel me? I just ignored it, and I was dancing, hyping up the crowd. You feel me? I still listen to his music to this day. You feel me? He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite artists. Probably, my favorite artist, Chris Brown. You feel me? But I started, you feel me? Before I even did all this other stuff, I was dancing to people's music, even local, Minnesota artist music. I was dancing to it because, feel me? I grew up in Wisconsin. I went to a small high school, Somerset. It's called Somerset, Wisconsin. You feel me? Somerset High School. So I went to a small school full of white people. You feel me? I was a class clown and stuff like that. So, I transferred to a school after that called New Richmond. It's still in Wisconsin, but ever since then, I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I wanna do something big. You feel me? And so I was always dancing, but I knew that I had more potential to reach out and get in front of a bigger base. So I was just like, man, fuck this. I'm for the move to Minnesota and go crazy. And ever since then.
Is he like your dream collab to like be able to like do a show with him or like maybe be in like a
hell yeah,
visual
I've locked in. I've been to I've met Chris Brown a few times. You feel me? We're not fully locked in, but if I see him and shit like that, he remembers my face and shit like that. But like. Yeah, my dream shit or complete my milestone, hell yeah, is to do a show with Chris Brown.
Yeah, or like maybe like have an appearance in his music video doing something. Because obviously you're like an entertainer, so you could be doing.
Yeah, feel me? Even if it's just me flipping over a car in this music video.
Oh yeah, flipping over a car. You linked up with Danny Duncan one time, right? And did over his Tesla.
Hold on, before we get to that, actually. Yeah. At Chris Brown's party at his house, it was at his house. We had a dance battle, so I tried to get Chris Brown to dance battle me. Yeah. He said nah. Yeah. He's like nah. Like we was in a circle. We was talking. I saw hyping on the crowd doing what I do. I said all right, Chris, come on. Like dance.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hand it off to my little bro. He handed off this some dude that he be on that be dancing, backup dancing for him. He killed it, snapped it. It beat me, of course. He did some shit to where he was fucking me up. I was like, all right, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with y'all dancers. You feel me? But yeah. You feel me? I tried to get Chris Brown to dance battle me, but yeah, it was at his house too. But we was just vibing and stuff. But
that's like
he had
his show. It's like you gotta pay me for that. That's like his thing.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you're at his house, at his party, a little different.
Yeah.
But like he's just like, nah, that's like hopping in the stew with him.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out Chris Brown for me,
Yeah, but how did that Danny Duncan or flipping over cars? How did flipping over cars start first? Like where did that like come from?
The first time I flipped over a car was in Houston, Texas. It was in front of my aunt's house. Her neighbor had this Chrysler, this 300, this cold ass car, this black car, and I can pull up the video later. But yeah, he had this Chrysler, and I was always cold at flipping and doing all that stuff. So I was just like, yo, bro, I literally went over to his house while he was backing out. I was like, yo, do you trust me to flip over your car? At first, she was like, what do you mean? You want me to drive at you? You flip over? I was like, no, bro, just literally back it up in the street and I front flip over the hood. He's like, oh shit, but this a wide body ass car. You feel me? You think you can get it? You feel me? I don't want you to hit my car. I said, man, I'm so confident, bro. Like literally, I had my shoes on. I had my James Harden on. Like I had James Harden shoes on. I had my shoes on, no shirt, no nothing. I told my aunt, I was like, man, I'm going to go ask the neighbor if I can flip over his car real quick. He said, man, he was like, man, fuck it. Let's do it. I ended up flipping over a car. I recorded, posted on Instagram. People was sharing it. I ended up getting like 60 shares. So people were sharing and posting on their story. I was just like, man, all right, fuck that. I was just like, fuck it, man. I was just start doing that shit. But then I took a break for a minute. That was the first video that I ever posted. But then when I really moved to LA, I took it serious. And I started flipping over cars that was coming and driving, all that shit.
Like down in where'd you like
the first
outside the Staples Center?
Yeah, the first video that I did was with my bro Scooter. Shout out my dog Scooter with his green Camaro, the Grinch. Yeah, he trusted me to flip over his car while he was coming, and I literally just flipped over it. And I had a crowd. Outside of the Staples Center, probably about 20, 30 people, and it was all recorded while I was flipping. They was all in. Ever since then, I was getting sponsors and deals. I was with Black Pyramid for a little bit. They was hitting me up trying to do some stuff. Some weed dispensaries was trying to give me weed to flip over the car and then puff up a joint or some stuff. But
so was that the flipping over the car thing? Was that like the first? That was kind of like what got you the most business in LA when you?
Oh yeah, that changed my life in LA. That made me spark in LA, just in LA. When cause when I went to LA, I wasn't dancing. I was on the flipping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I went to LA, I just started flipping over cars, and
that's how you got all the brands were noticing it because it was something that you were doing that other people weren't doing. I mean, there wasn't like people. I mean, there's people that do flips over cars, but there's no one that's like known for it. I'd say. I mean, you would know more than I would, but everyone tries to do similar
there's
things.
obviously people out there that flipping over cars, but yeah, I was the main person on Melrose. I did it on Melrose. First I did it in front of Staples, and then I was moving to Melrose where I knew where there's more exposure. Everybody was shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I started doing it there. Shout out Cookies and Cakes, you feel me? Because they shut the whole street down and had security outside for me to even flip over a car for them in front of their shop. Like, shout out my dog Dom. He's one of the co-owners of Cookies and Cakes on Melrose. Yeah, he shut the street down. He called me up, and he was like, yo, look, we gonna have security outside. You do what you gotta do, and yeah.
You flipped over Danny Duncan's car, the Tesla with the horns on it.
How I met Danny Duncan? It was literally at my bro Dom's house. He the co-owner of Cookies and Cakes. He had I think it was a Halloween party. Yeah, it was Halloween party. I was dressed up as XX Tentacion. I had dreads and everything at the time. People was comparing me to him because I looked like him. So I had this girl do my face tats and everything, and it was a Halloween party at Dom's house. Just Danny Duncan ended up pulling up out of nowhere. You know, I knew who he was though because I seen him on YouTube and stuff. So I met him that night. I met Lil Xan that night. And then ever since then, I showed him like videos of me flipping. He's like, "Yo, let's collab sometime," you know. And ever since then, you know, we did some videos. You know, I'm on his YouTube channel. You can, you know, go on his page and see me flipping over his Tesla with the horns and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that was like a plan. Like, hey, like meet me here and we'll do the flip.
Yeah, no, we tapped in. He gave me his number, but then I really never texted him after that. And then I caught him on Melrose when I did the video for him for his YouTube channel. I caught him on Melrose just out of nowhere. I was just walking.
I figured that, but you met him before, which is pretty dope.
Yeah,
so
but I caught him. I caught him on Melrose just out of nowhere. But he knew he recognized who I was. So he's like, I was just like, "Yo, dude, let's get a quick video of me flipping over your car." He's like, "Perfect," because his homeboy was in a thong filming a funny video walking around in a thong or something. So he was just like, "Yeah, let's go over here real quick and record the video." So I knocked it out, you know, and then we tapped, fully tapped in.
What was life like out there when the Lakers won the finals? I remember just seeing videos of that shit.
Shit.
Like when they were like running through the streets.
Yo,
and shit.
that was wild. That was wild. Yo, see, I'm a smart dude. So I used my flipping. Because when they won that game, when they won the finals, I knew everybody was from the flood, downtown, all that shit. So what I was smart. What I did was to capitalize and use that moment while everybody was gathered. I was flipping over cars. You feel me? I was flipping over cars. Like, literally, even when the Dodgers won, I was flipping over cars. Like I was down. I was like, because
cars, not actually flipping over cars.
Yeah.
Just to clarify that.
Yeah.
If there was any cars that got flipped over that day, it wasn't him. He was doing flips over.
Yeah,
the cars.
front flipping over the hood. But yeah, I was. They was down there celebrating, popping fireworks, doing burnouts and shit like that. I was just like, man, fuck it. I was just like, yo, somebody get their car in the middle of the circle. I'll flip over right now. They was like, what the fuck you talking about? Flip over? What you mean? Just get a car in the middle of the circle and I'll do a front flip. I was like, oh shit, somebody got their Camaro or something out there. I end up boom. Oh shit. They was going wild. I did like 5-6 times that night. I was just flipping over cars. And motherfuckers was like, yo, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I was just like, Young Moody, bro. You know, tap in with me. And then I was getting on these news sources and stuff. People were showing me links like, yo, look, is that you? And you were in Danny Duncan's video. Danny Duncan was in downtown, filming the crazy experience of the LA when they won and stuff. And you're in Danny Duncan's video flipping over people. I was just like, that was the first time I ever got exposure in Danny Duncan's video because somebody had sent to me, he's like, yo, is this you flipping over people downtown? I was just like, yo, let me look real quick. Watch his YouTube. I was like, oh shit, this dude mentioned me in this video. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. And then I posted the video. Actually, what happened was I posted a video and tagged him. I was like, yo, this is like, shout out Danny Duncan for tagging me in his video for flipping over car. Then he DM'd me. He's like, yo, dude, that shit was lit. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, let's collab on some more shit. I'll flip over your car. And then from there.
There you go.
From there.
Don't be afraid to take advantage of the situations you got around you. That's a fact.
But yeah, you feel me? But ever since then, I've been living life, and son, I got me a brand new penthouse in Phoenix, Arizona. I just been living life.
Living good. Is there anything you'd like to add before we send it off? What's next? I guess what's next? What's next for Young Moody besides the show with Migos?
What's next is I'm looking at some upcoming tours. I'm not gonna name who, but I got some options. So I'm trying to figure out now who I'm trying to do some tour shows and in business with like that. But I got some options right now. In Minneapolis, Minnesota. You obviously gonna see me out here at concerts, and stuff like that. But yeah, the next show that I got coming up is in Phoenix, Arizona with the Migos. So that's gonna be lit. Shout out my dog Pako, feel me? If it wasn't, actually I'm not gonna lie, bro. If it wasn't for the modern day hippies, my first show. That was my first show. I would be probably in the industry and and got that show connect. But Yeah, I'd probably, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. Not gonna lie, but yeah.
He'd be in Somerset, Wisconsin right now.
Oh man.
Probably.
Down bad.
No, I was living in
With a high top. Before we found him, he was down bad. Atrocious. It was horrible.
You morphed him into who? You helped morph him in?
We did. A lot of it is him. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Tay brought him to the studio. I'm looking at him like, who's this kid? But at the same time, I'm like amused because in the video, he's flipping over cars. On. He's hitting, you know what I'm saying, the Get It Lit song. That was our biggest song.
I guess before
hold on. You know what's funny? And you know what's funny is, look, before we go, yeah, I was dancing to the music and everything. But how I met Tay Supreme is I pulled up to the Red Sea and I showed him a 2K game. I showed him 2K. Literally, I showed him a 2K game because I had a bunch of video games and stuff. And I pulled up and showed him 2K. I forgot what year it was, but I showed him 2K. He, gave me the bread for it. I gave him the game.
Probably 18. It was boof.
But yeah, I showed him a 2K game, and I met him that day at the Red Sea studio, and we just locked in from there.
Yeah,
like I showed him a 2K game.
Yeah, what was life like at the Red Sea, like around that time, like growing up?
The
like,
same how it
I know,
is
like
now.
like
it's AK making fun of your music. You know what I'm saying? Making jokes about you. You know, that's just what it is.
Yeah, shout out Big Homie AK. I was living.
Without AK, he wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? None of us would really be here. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Big Homie AK. I was living in the studio on a couch. I definitely was living on the couch, doing shows and stuff. You feel me? Living on a couch, grinding, getting some money, back in and all that stuff. Working the door for him, just getting a bag. You feel me? To get to my next level.
I just gotta say real quick, I literally watched this kid literally grind from nothing, like real life bummy as hell. Not even to bash him, like bummy as hell, sleeping on the studio couch. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, would be like, Pako, let me come to your crib and boom, 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 boom. Of course, I got you, little bro. Come on. You feel me? And now I'm hitting him up to be like, yo, Moody, I see you got G Herbo in Iowa. You think I could come? Yo, Moody, I'm trying to come to Arizona. Like, oh, Moody, I'm in LA. Where's the party? And it's crazy because literally, the other day, these chicks hit me up like, Moody knows Tanner Montague. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Then they send me the DM where she posted him. Yeah. I'm like, whoa. And they're like, whoa. They're like, we got to meet Young Moody. And these are people that have seen Young Moody, you know what I'm saying, a million times. It just tells you what hard work, you know what I'm saying, and sacrifice can do for you.
Yeah.
Like, real talk.
Yeah, and the message that I want to get out to even to the young people that's watching me is, bro, forget what, people say to bring you down. Always stick, be positive. Fuck the negativity and stuff like that, bro. Stay positive, never give up, and stay grounded because I'm a prime example of coming from nothing to now I'm becoming something, and now people want to eat my dick for literally, they want to eat my dick for what I'm doing and who the people that I'm hanging around is. Literally just stay consistent, stay grinding, and you're going to get your bag, bro. God going to bless you, bro.
There you go.
But shout out Waterwave TV. Shout out Eric. Appreciate y'all for having me on this interview, channel, all that shit. But yeah, shout out Waterwave TV.
Oh yeah, definitely long overdue. We were talking about doing it a while ago, but I think the longer it took, the better shit you would have to talk about.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely have to link next time you come into town too. You're leaving soon, but you're gonna have a good night wherever you finna go. But
yeah, I'm about to be at 7 tonight. But yeah. 7 in Union. They ain't gonna pop up because this video gonna get uploaded probably in a few days. But yeah.
We saw him at 7.
But yeah, shout out Waterwave TV, Young Moody, man.
Yeah, sure. Subscribe, like, all that. Follow him. Follow Pako. Follow Waterwave.
Hell yeah.
Shout out my son Malachi. I love you, son.
Yeah. My Instagram is official Young Moody, YUNGMOODY. Thank you.
Out.